Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I haven't posted on this channel since about middle school, and most of the videos that I made are now privated, and trust me, that's for a good reason. But I just wanted to make a video in light of some events that occurred with the Madam Princess Ash situation. And I know that I am a small channel, so this was gonna reach very many ears, but I hope just to get this out there so maybe a few people can kind of avoid the mistakes that I made. Also, just another small disclaimer, I am sick, so sorry if my voice is a little and just one last disclaimer, I do not condone any hate or witch hunting towards anyone mentioned in this video. I simply just want to spread awareness and try and keep people from making the mistakes that I made. Like the video title says, I was a mod for Ash's server. It didn't start out that way, obviously. So for this video, I'm just going to refer to her as Ash, because that's kind of just what I have known her by, so that's what I called her. So in Ash's server, the way that the tiers go in regards to her staff are there are the owners, which were actually co-owned by Lee and Ash, but Lee has recently been banned. There's going to be a video linked in the description on why that was. My friend Aurora and Lee kind of go into detail. I'll get more into that later. So there are the owners, the admins, the head mods that kind of keep the other mods in place, regular mods, and occasionally we had trial mods that were there just to see like how they do as potential mods. So I was a head mod for a good while. I can't give you an exact amount of time, but probably like a couple months. And then I was demoted for reasons that are unrelated. I was demoted because I was not as active as I used to be, and that was simply due to the fact that I was busy in my actual life. I had a lot going on. I am a student, I have a job, I'm a theater kid, so I'm in shows, so I do all of that all together, and it doesn't leave a whole lot of time for me being a Discord mod. So every time I was demoted, this is kind of like a red flag to me, but every time I was demoted, no one ever told me why I was demoted. I always kind of had to fish for the answer. It eventually came down to people told me I was demoted for being inactive, and that I didn't really have a problem with that. I was inactive. But Ash herself even said, this is kind of important because it plays a little bit of more importance later on. Ash said that if I ever got more free time and wanted to continue modding, just to let her know, and they'd gladly give me my position back. So I said, sure, that sounds wonderful, I'd love to do that. So fast forward later, in addition to me being a head mod to Ash's server, I was also a patron. I was a patron to her, and I was a server booster. I contributed a lot to her. I was very partial to Ash. I admired her. I discovered her about a year ago, and this was before the whole like other drama with her happened. When that drama happened, I did kind of have a bias in my head. I did disagree with a lot of the things that she did, but I wanted to kind of get to know her myself before I kind of just made any sort of decisions. I wanted to see what kind of person Ash really was. And oh boy, was that a mistake. So Ash is the kind of person that's really, really nice to you, like to your face, but when she's talking to anybody else or in any other situation, she will like talk shit about you. And I know this because there have been constant screenshots sent around. I'll see if I can find any. If I can, I'll put them in here. But there's like constant screenshots of other conflicts where she would just constantly be saying stuff about other people, but she wouldn't say it to their face. But yeah, just stuff like that. She told me that she was gonna teach me how to play Siege, and we were gonna play Siege together, and we were gonna be really good friends. And I was kind of looking forward to it because I had just bought Siege, and I'm really bad at it still. But she told me that her and... Oh, sorry, my dogs are barking. She told me that her and a couple other people in the server would play Siege with me, and I got really, really excited. So Ash told me all that stuff, and she told me, yeah, just add me on Discord, we'll be friends, and if you ever need anything, just, hit up my DMs, and whenever you want to play, just hit up my DMs and we'll play. So here's the problem. Whenever I tried to talk to her in DMs, she never responded, ever. The only time she ever responded to me in her DMs was when we were on a voice call and I was talking to her, and so if she didn't answer my DMs, I would know because we were on a call. Just a little insight of the kind of person that she is. So let's get into the main reason on how I got banned. So Ash has this policy in her server that is, you are not allowed to talk to anyone that she's not friends with anymore, anyone that is banned, you can't talk to them. Now, I completely understand this policy if it were to come to a majority of the people who got banned who just came there to raid and everything. But if there were people that were friends of hers that she wasn't friends of and you still talk to them, you are going against her, you are attacking her, you're banned from her server. To me, I kind of didn't like this policy for many reasons. It reminds me of the sort of petty high school drama that would go on where if you talk to her, you're not friends with me, or you're just forced to choose sides, and that's not the kind of person that I am. I tend to think of myself as a very level-headed person when it comes to conflict. That's actually why I was chosen to be a mod, was because a lot of the past mods had been removed to, quote, drama. That was the whole reason that her, entire staff was removed, because they all caused drama or whatever. I'm a very level-headed person. I always kind of try and find out both sides for myself before I make any sort of judgment or opinion. So me being forced to pick sides between two people just didn't seem right to me. I don't see any reason why I can't be friends with Ash and still be friends with other people, while at the same time not bad-mouthing either person to, either person. And this is all relevant because my good friend Aurora, who is actually Ash's editor and really good friend for a time, got banned. From my understanding, he got banned because he told two other members that will become important later on why they got banned, because there's this huge fight and they left the server. I remember this. There was something going on and they left the server. They would do this all the time and we were just kind of sick of it. So Ash banned both of them with the reason, don't come back. And that's how that whole thing went down. But he was banned because he told both of those people why they were banned. And apparently he shouldn't have. That was just my understanding of it. Again, there's more information about why he got banned in his video, so I recommend you watch that to kind of fill in some of the gaps that I can't explain. So I am an admin for Aurora's server, and there are 3 individuals that are very, very crucial. And these 3 individuals, because Ash has already said their Discord names, I'm just going to go and say them. So there's JJ, Moana, and Cherry. And these 3 individuals, she swears are her best friends and she'll defend them. And again, this just kind of shows the kind of person that Ash is.
These 2 girls on my server, I'm going to say their actual name, they don't mind, or their usernames, it's not their real name, Moana and Cherry. And they were former mods, and they're still friends of mine currently, and I will always defend them.
When I show you what kind of people these people are. So JJ in particular, the kind of way that she treated me really, really hurt me because she stole money from me. JJ stole money from me because I paid her for 2 commissions because she was in certain situations. I'm not going to go into them because they're personal, but I don't even know if they're real at this point. She was in a situation, and I offered to help her by paying for 2 commissions. And I ended up paying for 2 commissions and a little more after she gave me a supposed discount. So I paid about $45. I gave her $45. I will send you proof of that, and I will send you her actual commission chart. So I'm just gonna put this in so nobody loses their money. JJ joined Aurora's server and saw that I was an admin and immediately hit my DMs, hit the general, and was like, hey, why are you doing this? Like, you can be banned for this. So I go into the general chat of the server and I say, yeah, what's going on? And they're like, oh, why are you friends with Aurora? He's a snake. You're gonna get banned. So I'm actually gonna bring up some of the screenshots here. But what basically ensued was these 3 individuals constantly calling me slurs, me just kind of explaining why I still talk to him, and them constantly just repeating things. For example, here are the screenshots. They should be on screen right now. There's a lot of them. I'm just gonna kind of throw them up there very quickly, and you can pause them and read them. But this is how JJ, Cherry, and Moana treat people in the server. Now, there's this very, very specific moment that I want to talk about, and that is, I'm going to put it right here. So, there are mods that are watching all of this happen, and they're doing nothing about it. They're watching these people call me these names and slurs like retarded and whore, and constantly just spamming me after I want to be left alone. So I said that I wanted to talk to someone higher up about this. You know, if I get banned, okay, I'd rather get banned than forced to lose my morals and choose sides. And it was, again, just constant slurring, constant all sorts of this. But what happened was I got into a voice chat, and it ended up, it was just me, Shriga, who's an admin, and then they made Moana a mod specifically so she could do this. They made this person who is constantly constantly insulting me a mod. So that, again, just tells you how they treat these situations. I get into a voice chat with them, and I said specifically I did not want JJ in there because JJ is so aggressive. She's not a nice person, despite what Ash might make you think. She's not nice at all, no matter how you treat her. They said, oh, she won't be in there, and she joined after being moved in there because Ash supposedly told her that she could be in there. Now, I don't know how true that is, but I don't see how she could have gotten in there considering it was a private VC and you had to be dragged in there because she didn't have mod privileges. But she was in there, and then I ended up having to mute her, like I said, because she was still being very aggressive. And I went and I explained to them, I said, hey, I'm not the kind of person to choose sides. That's just not who I am. And they're like, okay, yeah, sure, yeah. We'll talk about this and we'll decide. And the entire time in this voice call, Moana is constantly entertaining JJ and whatever stuff that she was saying. I could tell she wasn't being nice because she was just typing stuff out in chat as well, and constantly entertaining her, and I was constantly getting laughed at and constantly being berated by these people. And then I was banned from the server. I was banned from Ash's server after doing absolutely nothing wrong. But I was friends with someone that she wasn't friends with. So I was banned, but not after being harassed and berated. So that's just kind of where I want to leave this off. But this just, again, goes to show what kind of person Ash is, and I hope that nobody makes the same mistakes that I made. These three individuals that she swears by are not nice people. As I have shown you, they're not. They are very toxic people, and they are very immature. So I'm just gonna end that here. Hey guys, so thank you for listening to my video. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. If anyone wants to talk to me about this situation a little more and wants me to go into more detail about like the entire story, I will. Just let me know. I may or may not post on this channel a little more, but like I said, thank you guys for watching, and if I make another video, I hope to see you there. So see ya.